Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on the Cemetech Minecraft server. It is episode 15, and well, it's literally been quite a while since the middle of October since the last one we've done of these. And first off, I'd like to apologize. I hit a bit of a snag as I was trying to record some projects, and videos didn't turn out very well, and I got frustrated with it. And then the holidays hit, and life just got really busy, and I just really haven't had time to mess with this much, and part of it's motivation. But I'm trying to make a comeback, and we will see how that works out for us. On that note, as I said, I did try to do some video recording. I worked on quite a few things here on the server, and I'm going to show this off to you, and we'll see if we can't get a little bit done working on the tower that I have started working on again. First things first, we now have ender chests. After quite a number of complaints were made, the owner begrudgingly gave it to us. He didn't seem too happy, but sadly the mass of the people wanted them. I mean, it's a vanilla tool, so kind of silly to restrict it from everybody. As you can see, the item sorter has received one heck of an upgrade. Little Moonbeam assisted me with the creation of this. I think it looks great. I tried to go with something completely different in terms of use of various blocks. Behind there is... it looks like I've fallen off of IRC again. Well, we'll just ignore that. We use dark oak behind the oak fence pieces, and as you can see, we got glowstone hiding back there on the top and bottoms to help light it up. And I decorated the front of this like this. It was mostly just because I didn't want a solid wall of stone bricks, and it was it would have pushed it out even further if I would have tried to do something along the lines of this. So I gave up on that and created a fancy little pattern. As you can see, there is something missing up top of the hill, and that would be my ugly old house that we got rid of. I've decided that I'm probably going to burrow into the mountainside here and try and build something, maybe a redstone testing area, or I may utilize one of Mumbo Jumbo's videos where he shows off various counters and different little pieces of redstone tech that I think would be good to have server side, so you can have a quick reference guide, so to speak. I changed the way I handle my sheep. I saw this design, I think it was by False Symmetry on the Hermitcraft server. This is a little bit of an inefficient system in terms of how many colors and etc. that's in there. It works, but it's kind of a pain. I probably should have just left them all white and worried about dyeing them later, but whatever. I don't have a great need for wool. I have been stocking up, but I really just don't pay too much attention to it. And as you can see, this area is now empty. We had a massive glitch. I'm not entirely sure what happened, and I'm beginning to think there was a duplication error with the skeleton horses that were bouncing in this water. I believe in one of my previous videos you could see what looked like 20 of them or so bouncing in here. Well, for some silly reason, I decided I wanted to ride one, and I jumped in the middle of that, and they exploded everywhere. And about a half an hour later after that, I ended up glitching out so bad that the server would crash. And it would happen every time that I logged into the server and loaded my area. Comes to find out, something in the log showed that the skeleton horses were causing an issue, so we had to delete them off the server. And thankfully, I've not really seen any pop-up since. And yeah, it's no real big deal. I think I have some horse spawn eggs. And as you saw up at the top is a bunch of mushrooms that I build up and then kill off for the leather and beef. And as you can see, there is a new addition over here. I decided after watching a video by Cub Fan where he created a charged creeper farm, which is absolutely impressive. I didn't understand before that you could actually set this up to where you can only spawn creepers. And this baffled me until I watched his video. And sadly, until it turns day again, you won't be able to see. But there's platforms up there with sticky pistons that retract once triggered by a tripwire. And the way you keep any other mobs from spawning is you place 7 layers of snow and then put down a boat. The boat's hitbox keeps it at just the right height that only creepers can spawn. It makes it too tall for the others to spawn, which is pretty cool. So I took the idea and made myself a music disc farm, which I have successfully filled up 2 of the chests now. Basically what happens, I'm not sure, no, it's not currently on. You push this button and it turns the dispenser on to get water, which will keep the creeper from falling to its death. When they do that, the creeper activates this tripwire here, which opens up a skeleton that's hiding back there. And you just sit here and the skeleton eventually kills the creeper. He's a very terrible shot. His name is Stormtrooper something another. I don't remember if I gave him a number or not. And yeah, that's how we get the music discs. Otherwise, you just turn the water off. Creepers fall to their death, and you get yourself some free gunpowder. I don't recall if I showed off this in any previous video. But we cleared out this massive amounts of space here so I could expand this to basically take up the overall area. I'm going to make this zombie mansion huge. Or at least I plan to, one of these days. Ow. What are we doing here? There we go. Alright. Back over here, and why do I not have any ender pearls on me? Let's see, what else do we got? Been no real changes here. I added a few layers of pumpkin and melon perhaps up top of this farm with the sugarcane. And I increased the storage system. I'm not sure if that was showed in a previous episode or not. But I also added an overflow detection, or protection actually. So in case the system actually fills up, which it may eventually. Oh heck, sitting here walking around on it. I changed the pathway to where it's no longer just cobblestone, and added in bits of the mossy cobble, andesite, and gravel to just add changes to the textures and stuff like that. I think it looks nice. Also tried to get into a kick with terraforming after watching some of Iskal's stuff, and sadly I'm not very good at it yet. Got my wood farm, but I don't think that's really anything new there. I think I've showed that at one point. Oh, got my fish farm that I decided to build up here. It's a fairly standard design. You can see it posted up by Panda on YouTube. Flick the switch, you aim just underneath the trapdoor there, and you change your binding for the, right click on your mouse to, like I did, I put 0 on the number pad. I have a bent flash drive, and I used a Game Boy Advance SP to hold it down. And you just sit there and fish. I haven't really spent a lot of time because you have a very short amount of AFK kick time, but This is the little bit of stuff that I have grabbed, which is not terrible, honestly. I have my vine farm here. Just a couple sticky pistons that you run in. You can go through and get, I think it was like 3 stacks of vines out of this. And that, of course, is the Chorus Fruit Farm. I massively expanded the storage for the automated farm for potatoes, carrots, and wheat, which sadly the wheat's already filled back up again. Carrots probably close. Same with potatoes, so those two will be those will be full very soon. And I created myself a elytra launching system and decided that, of course, it needed to be in a tower and lava needed to be involved. As you can see, I used smooth stone slabs, brick slabs, and nether brick slabs to create this, I'd like to say, interesting spiral look. Took a couple tries. I went with a few different things, and this is what I ended up going with. Apparently, if you only did one of each side by side, it made it look really busy. But, yeah, just go up here, my spiral stairs, similar to what I used inside my slime farm from the last episode. As you can see, I put dark glass here to help give the stairwell some light. I ended up having an accident with a creeper. It wasn't pretty. But if you've looked at these on YouTube, simple. You just walk forward on the ladder, start to fall, double click the space bar, and up you go. And my God, it looks beautiful over here. And we have a firework rocket, which lets us go up, since we just recently got ourselves onto 1.11.2. I still have a few lighting issues to work on down through here, but it's something that's not terribly important at this very moment. What I'm wanting to do is I'm trying to set this up to be a mob darkroom spawner system. We don't need these corner pieces. Now I have a general idea on what this is going to entail because I've designed a system on my redstone world. And basically I think it was 21 across in a plus pattern and then, made into a circle around it. And that basically put the water to where it surrounded this 3x3 square. So I intend to go up 25, which these 2 walls of glass here are doing. And once I get that set up, I can start building the first floor. And then I have to build an outer ring around that so I have a place to put my redstone. I also need to set up a place where I can set up a timer and hope like crazy that, being on I gotta make sure it's not on a chunk border for the timer, and just in general, I need to make sure that it's hopefully not a place that's going to duplicate items or just in general screw up, because we've had that issue before. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing on this server of late. With the 1.11 update, I ended up joining a couple of other servers so I could go play the exploration aspect. Cemetech isn't strictly or specifically a Minecraft server. It is actually a computer programming, calculator programming, hardware hacking kind of website where we, help people learn about computer programming and just general hardware stuff. Cemetech also hosts an Unreal Tournament server, I believe, I'm not sure if it's even in use anymore. Good possibility that it is, though. I don't really see anybody talk about it lately. Oh, that was smooth. So, with that in mind, we have to keep the server for Cemetech file sizes down pretty small, as the backups tend to take up a lot of room. And so that means we have to keep most of our map sizes small. And, like I said, I understand the why. It's just, you get into a point where, hey, I want to go explore. Oh, hey, I can't do that here. So I ended up going elsewhere and did that for a little while. Plan on doing a video in the future to show off what I did in the end of another server for 5 days, which was great. Actually created a fairly nice system, I feel, that would allow a person to go out into the end and survive indefinitely if they wanted to. But yeah, that will happen at a later point, because need to get caught up on a few other things first. I do intend on making Cemetech my awesome build server. Obviously, got a lot of work involved here in this server, and I'm going to keep at it. And I just realized I probably should make this stone as well, but we'll leave that for later. And yeah, I'll probably end up making some videos of some of these other places that I'm at, show off the work that I've got accomplished there. And hate having to concentrate on catching the edges of blocks. So this should be high enough here that the mob should be pushed off by the water. Let's see, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait a minute. Yeah, it should be 10 from this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It should be right. Looks right. Awesome. Basically, we just got to do this in all 4 directions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and try and make it circular. We'll see how well that goes. But I think ultimately for this episode, that's probably going to cover it. I'm going to try a lot harder to get more of these episodes pumped out. And I also have a single-player world that I'd like to start on, mostly inspired by Cemetech-MC. If you guys don't watch him, make sure you check out his channel. He's a pretty good, awesome YouTuber. He does a lot of streaming. Has a lot of different things that fit everybody's cup of tea, I'm sure. He's also a prominent player on 2B2T, which is the oldest Minecraft server out there. And yeah, just give him a shout out and check him out and see if you like any of his stuff. And I will catch you guys on the next episode. Ciao.